device. There we go. Can you all hear me now? There we go. Can you all hear me now? There we go. I can hear me because I didn't mute Twitch. Okay, sorry about that. Quick technical difficulties because I did not realize that it has been a long time since I've been on here, and my mic was not connected correctly. I used to have a stand mic, now I use my headset. But what I was saying before, welcome everybody who's here to the first episode of the new podcast that we'll be showcasing here on my channel every Friday night at 9:30 p.m. EST, 6:30 p.m. PST. This is Queers and Spears. This is our first episode. The Great Awakening um, begins, and a little bit about this. I've really enjoyed D&D for the past little while, and I wanted to get a group of friends together because they all enjoy D&D also, and I wanted to do a little podcast, specifically a mostly LGBT podcast, because I feel there may not be as much representation for us in the D&D world as there should be. So we are a mostly LGBT cast. Um, so we have LGBT and allies in our mix. Um, a little bit about this. Our episodes will run about 2 hours usually, which is what my streams usually run when I did them. Uh, but if we are ready, I can get into our little introduction. Where is my introduction? There we go. All right, here we go. It's the year of the urchin and the 6th day of Nard. This is the year of the Great Awakening, the ceremony the Creator God spoke about through his oracle. Through his oracle last year, the year of the squid, during the celebration on the 8th day of Gridlon. This year, the new pantheon of gods responsible for watching over the world's country will be chosen and given the test of their lives to prove whether they can handle the responsibilities of a god. One creature from each country in Mulverne will be selected for the first awakening. Someone from Sagir in the Jungle Lands will embark on the Great Wandering. They are a single candidate chosen from the wild cities of this place. Valoiri, the desert land, shall present their marked one. Morganthi, the coastal cityscape, shall offer their champion to be chosen. 3 souls will also join from other countries. Larian, the glacial country, Dorianis, the grasslands, and Farius, the criminals' country. They shall meet in the counseling city of Sigurd. May the Creator gods watch over these souls as they march a perilous adventure of battle, love, chaos, and treacherous reaches to prove that they were the right ones to make up the pantheon of the future. That brings us to Sigurd, the city which is behind us. It is the counseling city of the country. It is where the council of the gods Zeldris, Nuna, and Kaisis sit. There are 2 council members per god, and they will be allowing the chosen ones to embark on this journey. Um, First on our list, as we are sitting in this beautiful, ornate marble counseling room where the council sits about 50 feet in a half circle. Um, Over the past few weeks, they've seen many different people, and all of them have proven to not be who was chosen. As we sit here and are waiting for someone to walk in, a little someone who may not be as expected to be here. He's a little scraggly. He looks a little out of place in our lovely city of Sigurd here. Rainer, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes. Hello. My character is Rainer. He is a kobold fighter.
All right. As you walk into this marble room, you are somewhere you've never been before, somewhere you never thought you'd reach. You are used to the mountainous cities of Larian, getting lost in the paths of the mountains for hours searching for your next meal because it's cold up there. Um, and this place is so plentiful. Um, you see that there is six people looking sternly at you. Obviously, you are a little kobold who would think that a little kobold would be a picked soul, correct? Um, give us how is Rainer feeling at this point?
Very out of place, like you said. He's very used to the cold, very empty, snowy mountains of uh his home continent. So being here where there's a lot of people going around, a lot of lush greenery and stuff is very, very out of place and very let's say cautious in how he wants to move forward.
Okay. Yeah. As you are entering this room, the guards slam the door shut. It is just a precaution for the council that they only let one person in the room at a time. There have been attempts before on these people's lives. Obviously, the council's a very, very high spot to be in. Very close to the gods, very much a lot of power. Um, you see one looks at you and give me a perception check.
Sure. Uh, so because I am a kobold, I must ask, is this in sunlight?
No.
Okay. Uh, a unnatural 20, 17 plus 3.
Awesome. The person looking at you is a older male, not like super old. He's not like in his 70s. He's about, you would say, in his, you could probably tell he's in like his 40s, his mid 40s. He is about 5 feet tall. He's human. Um, he has a generous beard, not like a dwarven beard like you're used to seeing in the mountains of Larian. Um, dark brown hair, uh, very kind green eyes, and he smiles and immediately he clocks you as a true chosen soul. Um, he stands as he rises, all do so do all the other council members, and he says, "Give me the honor of speaking your name."
Sure.
Um,
Does he know
he
my name?
he looks at you and says, uh, "That means tell me your name, kid."
Okay. My name is Rainer.
Rainer, where do you? It's already a pun. Rainer, where do you reign from?
I am Rainer who reigns from Larian.
A chosen of the mountains. Um, you see, he kind of sits, and like the other council members are talking amongst themselves, and a rather large man steps out um from behind the half circle seating that they were in and comes down the stairs. He produces to you a silver coin on a piece of string, and he tells you, "Do not let anybody take this from you. This is how you prove you are chosen for the council and for this awakening."
Okay. I thank you for this opportunity and this gift,
Um,
and I take the coin.
Yes. So that this man, very obviously dressed as a warlock, um, has the symbol of Kaisis on his lapel, walks back to the table and looks at Raynor and says, "You may exit and go to the chambers that you are assigned by the guards."
Okay. I'll start making my way out. Can I quickly give another perception check to see if anyone seems discontent with me being chosen?
Yeah, you can absolutely give me an insight check, not a perception
Insight.
check. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's just a 13.
13. There is one person who looks disgusted that you are here,
Okay.
and it is a dwarven man who is sitting on the outer edge of the left part of the half circle.
Okay.
Um,
And is he part of the council?
yes, you this person you would recognize as he is from your home country. And his name is Valak Cairn, and he is a high priest of Zeldris. Um, so
Okay.
he's a dwarven high priest.
Okay. And then I'll head on out to follow the guards.
Awesome. Yeah, as you are walking, give me another perception check as you're walking through the halls.
Still no sunlight?
Uh, some sunlight now.
Okay. A 12?
A 12. Yeah, it's just as ornate as in the hall. But you see that it is rather empty right where you are. Almost like it kind of feels like they're rooming you somewhere else.
Okay.
Like separate, like almost like they were commanded to put you in a room far from everybody else.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, okay, yeah, you get to your room, and we are going to cut to the Bridge of Sigurd, where we are seeing a carriage come across the bridge. A beautiful, ornate, lavishly decorated carriage with gold emblems, silver and bronze, precious metals and jewels. But it looks aquatic, like it shouldn't be here. Almost like it doesn't belong on land. Um, on the uh, on the front of it is the seal of Morganthi, the richest country out of the 6 countries that make up Mulverne, and yet also one of the most dangerous countries. Opalyn, if you wouldn't mind introducing your character.
Opalyn sits in this lavish carriage. She has a servant sitting next to her who is holding a suitcase that is a little wet still from being underwater. He seems upset about it, but she doesn't care. She's dressed in a beautiful, long, deep purple halter dress, and her hair that looks like seaweed is pulled back into a high ponytail. And she isn't even bothering looking out the window as the world passes her by. She's just checking out her nails.
Okay. Yeah, the for the counseling city, the bridge is a bit bumpy, so a lot different from the the streets back home. Um, you feel an a abrupt stop to the carriage.
Go back and watch the things that I've done to
As you feel the stop of the carriage. Give me a perception check.
0. Okay.
'23.
A 23. Oh fuck. Okay.
17 plus 6.
Jesus. All right. Um. So as you feel the abrupt stop, you hear guards on the outside doors, asking your driver for information. Um, the driver sounds confused and almost scared as they weren't given much information except to transport you here. And as you are hearing this, one of the guards taps on the window to your door.
What?
Uh, you hear a woman's voice saying, "Excuse me, madam. Could you would you mind stating the business you have coming to the counseling city of Sigurd?"
Didn't you get the letter from my daddy?
And uh, who would that be?
Oberlin is clearly disgusted at this, like, lack of recognition from this woman. Don't you know who I am?
I am afraid not, madam.
I am Opalin Aquanath of Aquia, the largest underwater city of Morganthe. I'm a princess.
So, hmm, let me get this straight. Are you one of the ones coming to be the chosen?
Yes.
So
This is all
oh,
explained in the letter from my daddy.
you are the champion from Morganthe. Okay, I understand. I will let your driver know that you are safe to go through, and exactly where to take you. I'm sure the council is awaiting you. Um, as your carriage bumps through, the doors close behind you, and you enjoy a ride to the estate of the counseling city, which is it's about a 15-minute ride from the gate to the actual counseling building. If you would like, you could give me another perception check um, to see outside if you would like to look around.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20? Yeah. You see outside that the the roads, while cobblestone, this resembles close to the capital of Morganthe. It is very extravagant and very well put together. The buildings are more metal than wood so that they are sturdy. There's a huge crystal tower in the center, which is the counseling estate where the council meets. And as you get closer, you can see, usually from far away, the counseling estate looks almost clear or white. As you get closer, you can see that it is a very blue, in essence, stone that it is built out of, and it almost makes you feel almost at home. It's very sea-like. As your carriage pulls up, your driver hurriedly opens the door and takes out the steps so you can step down, as they absolutely fear your father. Um, and a guard is there to offer their hand so you may step down.
Thank you. And she takes the guard's hand and, like, daintily steps out of the carriage.
And now that you are fully out of the carriage. If you wouldn't mind, could you give us a description of Miss Oberlin?
Opalyn stands about 5'6", uh, maybe another like 2 inches just from the height of the ponytail that she keeps her hair in. She has a slender figure, walks with her head high because she knows she's the most important person that anybody else has been around.
These guards are used to the type of people that, like, the people that carry themselves in such ways like you do. They are quick to gather around you in a protective circle and bring you inside where uh, a liaison will bring you to the room of the council. The doors swiftly open um, as you arrive at the door, and you are asked to step in. Give me a perception check of the room.
23.
23. Woo-wee. Okay. Um, you you can see that this room is made from, like, very expensive stone. Like, you know the quality of this stone because of how you live back at home. You know that there is a lot of money put into the design of this room, but it's not exactly your taste, as it's a little bland. Um, but it is a swirled black and white stone, which doesn't really match the outside of the building with the blue hue that the stone gives off for the outside. Um, you see the um, you see the 6 council members, and you actually um, notice that there is a paladin, a paladin of Nuna on the council who is a Triton as well. Um, you have probably seen this person at dinners with your family, um, and like the important people that like your dad surrounds himself with. This is Jamin Locks. Uh, she is actually a childhood best friend of your father's.
Hey, Auntie.
Uh, you see Jamin looks down for a second and then looks up at you with a serious face and is like, Opalyn, this is not the time. It is nice to see you, however, though I thought your father was barring you from competing.
He tried, but you know I always get my way.
Well, from one strong woman to another, I wish you the best. And she stands up and walks over to you and offers you your medallion uh, of the trial. And she looks at you and says, Now, I have no doubt from a fellow Triton that this will not see the hands of another person, but I must warn you that anybody and everybody will be trying to get a hand on this coin.
I'd like to see them try.
You see, since she's up close, you see the curve of her lips into a smile, and she kind of give me a perception check for this. Let's see if you catch this.
13.
13. Uh, Unfortunately, a 13 is not enough to hear what she says as she turns her back to walk away from you. As she gets up back to her seat, she looks at you and says, "For you, my niece, I have nothing but the finest quarters prepared. Um, enjoy your stay while we get the other trial members in and accepted and into their quarters, and you all shall start your trial in the morning. Feel free to explore the city, um, do whatever you feel is necessary to occupy your time for the night, but there will be a gathering um, in the evening for dinner to where you may meet your trial party members. The guards will show you to your quarters and enjoy your night." As she sits down, and the rest of the guard kind of like clanks the bottom of their spears on the floor, and the doors open back up, and you are let out. Is there anything you would like to do or check for?
Can she wants to inspect the medallion a little more.
Yeah, give me a investigation check on the medallion.
That's just an 8. She's distracted by how shiny it is.
An eight. Well, an eight's enough to actually see. Um, it's enough to pick up that the medallion is moving. The designs on the medallion are actually moving, so it's enough to pick up that this medallion is like magical in some way, but it's not enough to get like a real good look at it. So you're distracted by the shininess and the moving of it. It kind of looks alive. Yeah.
Ew.
So you are led to the lift. Your room is on one of the higher floors, and you are uh, left there to do as you please for the night. As Raynor and Opalin are judged and brought to their room, we will go to the quiet streets of the city of Sigurd. Um, Someone has been traveling around, keeping to themselves and exploring new places that they've never seen before, but the streets is somewhere they're always comfortable. In the bazaar of the counseling city is bustling and lively with food carts and different kinds of shopping stalls that you can buy clothes and weapons and armor and magical items in, but you have to be careful because there may always be someone lurking, ready to trick you. Um, Around a corner in an alley, just relaxing and waiting for his time to feel correctly able to go to the council to be reviewed. Kaivalya, would you like to introduce your character?
Absolutely. Kaivalya is a 21-year-old male presenting person. He only stands at about 5'6", but for his height, he is very slender. He wears a long black like athletic wear long sleeve that he uses to cover most of his neck and his arms, that is draped by a sandy colored tunic that's 2 sizes too big for him. His golden blonde white hair is unevenly cut around his head, and his pants cling to his hips, but they cover the entire lengths of his legs. He has a long bow and an arrow sheath on his back and a small dagger at his side.
All right. Do me a favor and give me a perception check.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20? Awesome. You, as you are standing there and looking around the bazaar, notice there is a little girl standing across the way. She has a little anteater plushie that she is hugging, and she is not necessarily crying, but something does not look right.
Um, I'm going to take a look down the streets before trying to make an approach over in her direction.
Awesome. Yeah, give me actually you got what did you get on that perception check? A 20?
Yeah, dirty 20.
Oh, that can roll over. Yeah, it's you just see people hustling and bustling to buy things. The bazaar is I'd say it's probably like 2 in the afternoon at this point. So the bazaar closes, like this part of the bazaar closes around like 4,
Mhm.
just because the weather at night can be rather wet
Yeah.
in the city of Sigurd. So yeah, everybody's just hustling and bustling to the stalls and not really noticing you or this girl.
So I'm going to approach her slowly, not creep towards her, but definitely just kind of not approach quickly. And then I'm going to get down and squat down to her level, and I'd be like, "You lost or something?"
Um, she looks up to you and she is kind of surprised. She's not, you know, used to people wearing like masks over their face. So she's kind of like taken aback by like only being able to see your eyes. And she kind of looks down and she's like, um, yeah, my my big brother was supposed to take me to buy some bread, but um someone bumped into me and I can't find him. And like it's not the first time this has happened, so like I'm not kind of freaked out about it, but like I I don't know where he is, and I'm like usually it's in like the normal shops on the street, not in the bazaar that he loses me. Um I'm just kind of freaked out because I'm alone in the bazaar and there's a lot of people, and I
Yeah,
usually don't.
there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of people here, but because you're so small, you can use that to your advantage.
Uh, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, most people, if you look around, they're not looking down at you. So you can pretty much do anything you need to do here in the bazaar. You'll be able to pass without most people even looking in your direction.
So like I could take chocolate bars from like the stall around the corner and they wouldn't notice me.
As long as you're fast enough.
Hmm. Mom
Why
told
don't
me
we
it's
find that
bad.
bread stand?
Okay, that sounds like a good plan because Mom told me stealing's bad.
Yeah, it's bad when you don't need it. But if you need it, you can always ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah, Dad, Dad's on the council in the city, and he always says it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
And that is exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I never understood that. You made it sound a lot easier. Dad just says
It's just
things.
as easy. Yeah, it's just that easy. Just ask for
Um,
forgiveness after you do something.
you
Only if you get caught.
you see that she looks at you and she's like, I think the bread stand is like on the corner by the main road, which we live across the main road, and for some reason my brother likes to take the long way, so we go through the bazaar. I think he likes looking at all the stuff he can't have because he's not old enough to be an adventurer, and yeah, he's really mad Dad won't let him do that. Um, but
Yeah, you should only adventure when you're ready.
Yeah, you know, Dad told us that 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 there are these big, strong adventurers coming into town today. They said that he said that the gods chose them or something. They're like really special. Um, I wonder if I'll get to meet one of them.
You might, if you just keep your eyes open. I'm sure these people
Yeah.
are all great.
Yeah, Dad said he doesn't know who any of them are, so he can't like show me what they look like so I can see them. So maybe if I just try hard enough. Well,
Yeah, just keep your eyes open. You never know who could be a special person. You could be a special person.
I think everybody's special in their own right, but some people just use it for the wrong thing.
And that's exactly why you have to make your choices carefully and live with what happens afterward.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
go get that bread.
yeah, Mom said she's making sandwiches and we can bring it to my dad after. So we get to go to that big place over there, and you see, she points to the giant crystalline tower that's in the center of the city. I've never been in
Oh,
I've never been in the estate, but Dad says one day when I'm old enough, he'll show me.
I'm sure that's going to be a day that you will never forget spending with your father.
Yeah, Dad's not home a lot, only at night. I stay up so that I stay up and get in trouble so that he has to come in and tell me to go to bed, that I have to get sleep so I can be strong, but just so I can see Dad. But he does a lot of work. He's really strong. But yeah, I think the main road is this way, and she like points to like the what was the right from the alley you were in, but is the left from where you are with her.
Um, would I be able to know if I could take the alleyways to get there faster?
Yes. Most cities, the alleyways are faster. You have learned this.
Perfect. I'm gonna look to the girl like, why don't we take a shortcut? I know a shortcut.
Ooh, okay. You're different than my big brother. He likes to take the long way.
Sometimes short and quick just makes things a lot faster.
You see, she looks up at you and she goes, "Oh, I forgot. Mom said I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, so I'm Lily.
I'm
It's
Kai.
it's nice to meet you. We're not strangers anymore."
No, we're not Lily.
And she kind of toddles along with you.
Perfect. I take her down the alleyway towards where I think the bread is located.
Awesome. Yeah, you get there. You have I want to say Kai's probably been in this city for a little bit. Um, he has been on his travels and everything. Um, it probably about like a 5-minute walk, and you guys are there, and you see about a 14-year-old boy who has like a wooden shield and sword on him, looks exactly like Lily, and he is getting handed a satchel of bread, and she kind of like tugs on your sleeve a little bit, and she goes, "That's my brother."
Perfect. Why don't you go up and scare him?
Ooh, okay. You see, she kind of like crouches with like her hands like a T-Rex a little bit, and she like moves over and with with a flat 20 on stealth, you see her brother literally hop into the air and fall on his butt. And she is laughing.
I chuckle, but I also pull back into the alleyway and try and basically disappear.
Cool. Yeah, give me a stealth check. I'm gonna roll perception for.
That is an 18.
Yep. Yeah, her older brother doesn't see you when she like points to where you were. to be like, this nice man helped me. But you see he kind of like takes her hand and um, walks off with her. Um, yeah, with that, did you want to explore the bazaar more, or would you like to maybe
I would
see?
probably want to. I've been dawdling around enough. It's probably time to get this shit over with.
Cool. Yeah. You walk up to the tower. It's about a 5-minute walk from where you are. The bazaar is like right outside the tower. Um, you walk up, and the guards stand there and cross their spears, and perfect in unison. State your name and your business, please.
I'm Kaivalya from Velori.
Fourth one this week from Valoiri. Let's see maybe if you're the right one. They let you in, and a liaison takes you and, you know, signs on like paperwork that like you're here and takes you to the counseling room. As the doors open, you give me an Arcana check.
An 11.
An 11. Okay, that actually is enough. As these doors swing open, you feel the presence of magic. You feel the magic wafting off of these people that are um in this council. Um you walk in and excuse me, sorry. You walk in and the council is looking at you, and one states name and country you reign from.
I am Kaivalya from Velori.
Hmm. Uh, you you hear like mutters. You feel you feel like the glare is coming from you because obviously people have come from Valoiri claiming to be the marked one, obviously not being the marked one, and um, you watch as a man in warlock garb stands and walks down to you, and he says, "Please allow us to see your mark, if you wouldn't mind."
Can I see if there are any, like, cameras or recording equipment within the room before doing so?
Yeah, you can give me a perception check.
Uh, Perception is a 26.
26. This is an absolute secret room. The only security in here are the guards in here.
All right. Kaivalya standing in the middle of the room, surrounded by council members and people who are trying to make sure that he is the one that they are waiting for from Valori, takes off his tunic and then like basically peels the long sleeve shirt off of him while miraculously keeping the uh, mask on as well, and reveals a large blast point looking scar that stretches across his back from the top of his neck all the way down to the bottom of his back. It looks as if Kaivalya was struck by a magic missile or a fireball, and it has left a permanent scar that looks red and inflamed, but it is fully healed, as it was never a scar, as he was born with this.
You hear a small little like from the warlock standing next to you. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, "If I may examine it closer, I just need to make sure it won't rub off or if it's not magic. But I do not want to touch you without your permission.
You have my permission to touch me.
You see that as he does this, his eyes light up bright purple. You've only seen one other person do this before. And he examines it and he just takes a finger and goes over it lightly, but giving enough pressure to where if it was ink, it would rub off. I believe we have the actual marked one in our presence. You are the chosen of Kaisis from Veloiri, and never in my days did I think I'd see it. He allows you to redress yourself and walks back up to the the consulate table.
I quickly throw my clothes back on.
He kind of like bows his head to you, and he's like, I am sorry again for having you disrobe in front of everyone.
I was expecting it was needed to be done.
I am Zavite. I am a warlock of Kaisis, and he has allowed me to know what your mark should look like. You are the legitimate marked one. So I welcome you to the Great Awakening. And he snaps his fingers, and you watch a purplish magic surrounding a talisman floats over to you and kind of like wavers in front of your face, but like probably like a foot and a half from your face, so it's not like right in your face, and just sits there until you grab it. And he says, that talisman, just like your mark, I would suggest you keep it safe.
Kai puts it in his arrow sheath so that it slides down to the bottom of the sheath.
If you need any help, you may ask for Zavite. That is my name. And I will be your personal contact for the Great Awakening. Each of the trial members have one. You may, if you have any questions, you may ask, but the guards are ready to take you to your quarters whenever you are ready. There will be a dinner later for you to meet your party members. But you may do whatever you like until that time.
Yeah, I'll go to my quarters and just smoke until you need me.
Cool. Yeah, he waves you off to the to the guard. They lead you to your quarters. It is a nice room, probably a lot different than what you are used to in Veloiri, since everything is made of sand there. Yes, so as our three heroes who have been approved by the council relax in their quarters or do whatever they see fit until the dining experience of the night, we shall travel over to the waterfalls of the city. The waterfalls of the city are something that deeply resembles the jungle countries of Saigirn. These waterfalls are beautiful and just give an elegance to the city that no other city could probably have unless you are from Saigirn and have experienced the entire jungles of the jungle country. This side of the city is on the side of Saigirn, as this city sits between Saigirn and Farius and Veloiri, right in the center of those three borders. So it is jungle-esque and has beautiful trees and vines and animals galore. Um, Noctly, if you would like to introduce your character for us.
I would. Noctili is a 24-year-old Aasimar. She is about 6 feet tall, maybe give or take a few inches. She has almond shaped eyes that are her most distinct or her most distinct physical trait. They are shining and pearlescent against her dark olive skin. Her facial features are incredibly regal. She has strong, prominent cheekbones, and her ears are just lined with piercings. She loves to keep her hair tied up in a variety of different braids. They're ever changing. She is wearing a fitted, leathered, cropped tank with a thigh length skirt. And her outfit, much like her ears, is adorned with fine metals and fastenings. And she is taking a moment to just be at peace with the waterfalls, as this is something she hasn't really experienced since she was very young.
All right. Yeah, you are. Give me a perception check if you would so mind.
That's an 11.
An 11? That's fine. Yeah, you are surrounded by beautiful foliage and a waterfall that brings such a home feeling for you, growing up in Sagan and in the jungle cities. Though the amount of metal you have like you like it, but the amount of metal gone into building things, you have a bit of it doesn't feel like home because you're used to the cities and the trees and just the natural feeling of your home cities. Um, but yeah, you are in the city despite this being a waterfall and a part of Sagan. This is inside the walls. Um, Not many people come to this part. They will go more towards the temperate forests of the other side of the city where there's gardens and beautiful topiaries and everything. Um, and you probably would you say that Noctly's probably been here for a little bit, probably brought here?
Yes, but she's never been here on her own. I don't know if she's really been much out during the daylight on her own for a very long time.
Yeah. So you the council probably knew you were coming and you probably have a guard detail with you, so you probably with that 11 would see like the guard or the liaison that like has been in contact with you the most, like at the edge of the trees kind of like waiting for you, as the council has probably told you like, oh, we'll have to do this the way that like we do this with every other candidate on the day of the picking. You'll come in, one of us will validate you being a part of the trial, and you will be okay. Um, so you see, he's kind of sitting there. He's small. He's shorter for an elf, but he is rather slender. Handsome face, but he is like checking his watch over and over again. Like, oh my god, if I'm late again, Uh, uh, Madam Noctley, it's almost time for your appointment. He yells into the trees.
Well, the council could have afforded a carriage for me, but I guess they felt like it was better for me to walk all the way here.
Um, uh, I, I can bring them. Bring. Hold on. You see, he like runs off real
No,
quick, and he comes back like hand pulling a cart that has a seat in it. He goes, I got this. I can just, I can pull you.
it's fine. I know they don't have sarcasm where we come from. You can just leave the carriage. It was entirely a joke.
Oh, um, okay. I was just told
Yeah,
to make you
that's fine.
happy and to make sure you are entertained and okay, I guess back to the estate, and he starts like walking like next to you, but like a step behind you.
You could walk right next to me if you wanted.
Oh,
Why don't you try walking in front of me? Let's try that.
uh, I would get yelled at if I do that.
Who would see you? The council? They're
Uh,
gonna yell at you in front of me?
uh, I mean, they've yelled at me in front of a lot of people.
Why don't you try yelling at them back?
Um, Last time I
Here,
yelled at someone, it didn't go very well.
why don't you try yelling at me? Well, this could be an exercise.
No, I would really not like to yell
Come
at
on.
you. You're very nice.
I'll be mean to you. You are pretty short for an elf.
Uh, yeah, heard
You're
that
just
one
gonna
before.
accept. You're just gonna accept that. All right. Why don't we just get on to that council?
Yeah,
I fear there's no
yes.
hope.
Uh, I'm sorry. Uh, I'll try again. I promise.
That's
And
no.
he,
We shouldn't. You shouldn't try again.
okay. I'm sorry, Madam Noctley. And he just kind of like hangs his head as he walks with you.
I need to get away from these people. My God.
Um, you guys walk, and he opens the door for you and brings you to the council room. You are welcomed in. This Give me an insight check.
That's a 15.
A 15. You this does not You are used to councils, and this does not feel like a council that you have felt before. They are looking down on you with smiles, and you are welcomed here. Um, the woman that first talked to you, Grazila Gila, stands and she looks at you and goes, Noctley, good to see that you're on time for the appointment.
Well, the council wouldn't let me do anything other than that.
Um, she looks at the other five and she goes, Did you all tell her she couldn't do anything while she was here? We are in one of the most beautiful cities in the continent, and she's not allowed to explore. Do not listen to them. You are allowed to explore, Noctley.
I trust you. You would clean up the crime in this city, and there's nothing to worry about. I bet no one even gets stolen from in the marketplace.
No, we are very tight on our patrols. Um,
As you should be.
she looks at you with a smile almost that you're not used to. She walks down and she gives you the talisman and says, I have no doubt that you will protect this with your life.
And what if
And
I don't?
that's for you to find out.
That
But
sounds threatening.
no. Unfortunately, I can't do anything. Um, you are a choice that I will never regret making for this party. Um, I will say your other members of your party are rather interesting. You should have fun getting to know them. They are not like the people you have at home.
Well, as long as they're nothing like them, I'm very excited to meet them.
Um,
I can't thank you enough for this opportunity.
of course, I would be destroyed if I ignored you know who.
Well,
I
yeah, that's
also
true.
I also would not be a high priestess if I ignored them. Um, but yes, I am the one who will be your contact during this. If you need anything, any questions, obviously you can come to me. You can also go to Zavite. Though I'm the better option, she whispers to you, and you hear him go, I heard that.
Knock
And
awkwardly laughs like she's trying to hold it back because she's used to being very put together in these council rooms.
uh, you see that Grazila looks at you. She takes your hands in hers, and she goes, I know you are going to do great things. Now, go explore the city. There's a dinner. She tells you all the details about the dinner, when to be there, everything like that. Go enjoy your day. We will leave Lance here. He will not follow you. I trust you. And I will see you later at the gathering.
Thank you so much. I will be there.
Um, do try the Vila Puffs down in the bazaar. They are amazing.
Oh, they have Vila Puffs here.
Yes, they do.
Oh, well, I'm not sure I'll make it to that party after that.
Uh, well, they're at the party too, so
I think I might like it here.
and she allows you to leave without your liaison following you. And you do not hear any yelling at him or anything. He leaves with you and just goes off to do his next task. Um, is there any did you want to do would you want to look for anything? Did you want to go to your quarters and get anything, or would you like to explore for a second?
I think with Nox's first opportunity to finally be on her own, she's a little overwhelmed. So, is there any sort of like big gathering of excitement or things going on that she can see from outside the palace or the council?
There is two. There's the bazaar, which is closing in about an hour, which is right outside the courtyard of the tower. And then down in a little field, um, you see a little fair. It's the Valley Festival that's going on.
I think Nox goes down towards the festival.
Okay. Give me. It's about a 5-minute walk from where you are. Give me a perception check.
That's a 3.
A 3. Yeah. There's a lot going on. You hear music, you hear shouting, you smell so many things. You are kind of on overload. But it's not a bad overload. It is like a person who's like brought into a situation for the first time, which this is, and is experiencing everything of like cheering, happiness, and fun.
I think with that level of overload, Nox doesn't really interact with much of it, rather walks around and observes it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's perfectly fine. You see, like, um, kind of like those like barrel rides where you sit in the barrel and it gets swung back and forth and it like turns and stuff. You see, there's like a petting zoo. There's like an anteater. There's a displacer beast kitten, a blink dog puppy. Um, like a lot of different like like a lot of like fauna that you've seen at your home. And there is a familiar stall that you see. um and you see a familiar elf man with about like chest length brown hair, standing there looking at you, with a bemused smirk on his face. You know this as. Let me get to his name. You know this as Gally Flint.
Um, Nox lets a smile creep across her face. And does she look around? Does she see any unicorns?
Um, he does not have any unicorns with him.
Well, she goes up and asks how the unicorns are.
Oh, Knock, they are perfect. I had to get out for this. You know, the Valley Festival is an important thing. We always have a stall there. You know, we have a garden in every city, in every country. So, like, I have to go to, like, the counseling city for the Valley Festival and have my stall and try to get donations, you know, because nobody wants to support the gardens anymore. But if you are ever back home, in a couple months, there's gonna be a new blooming.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't want to miss the blooming.
no one does. So I hope
Well,
I'll see you there.
I don't really know how long, with the Great Wandering, I I don't know how long this is truly going to happen. Like, am I going to be a god in a week, or like, what's the processing time on this kind of thing? Would you know anything about this?
Um, Gally sits there and thinks for a second. He goes, I don't think anybody could become a god in a week. Though, if anybody could, I wouldn't put it past it to be you.
Well, I'm already halfway there.
But I'm sure. Well, from what I've heard, there's like a task list you'll have to do along through the trials and everything that naturally happen on this. Um, there's a task list, and you have to go to every country, so you'll have to stop home.
Well, we'll try to make it so that we stop home around the blooming. That will maybe the
Yeah,
rest of my party members would enjoy that.
I'm sure. Not a lot of people get to see the blooming. I only reserve it to special people.
Well, I'm honored.
Well, you know, we have to protect the unicorns.
Yes, we do. Well, you give them my best and give them extra treats for me.
I will. Clover will miss you dearly.
Oh, yes.
And he
Scampering
kind
little
of,
Clover.
as he says that, somebody is like walking up. Like there's like a man with like three little girls, like them all screaming, asking about unicorns. And he's like, "Look, if I donate 500 gold, will you just answer their questions for like 20 minutes?" And he looks at you and kind of gives you like a chuckle and then walks over and he's like, I will answer their questions for as long as they like, with a donation or not, but I will take the donation. And kind of like holds up his like gold bucket, um and like starts answering the girls' questions. um and yes, so as you are enjoying your time, we are going to flutter over to the counseling tower where a, a rather surprisingly lively person is walking in. Um, the guards bring this man to the counseling room. The doors walk open, and standing before the council, Caliver, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Um, Caliver is a reborn. That means he was killed and he's now back to life as this time a ghost. But he still has some bony bits mixed in there, so you can't pass through walls or nothing. He's about maybe upper fives, lower sixes in height. Medium style builds. He's got ghostly pale skin and a big wound on his right eye that is covered up by his hair. This wound is actually his death wound. Uh, and yeah, I'm a bard sorcerer.
Cool. If you would so please give me a insight check as you walk into this room.
Insight, no problem. 8,
8. Okay. Um.
but with confidence.
So Caliver is no stranger to walking into a room and him being the unexpected. Um. with an 8, you can see that like 4 out of the 6 council members kind of go, okay, as he like stands there waiting to be judged. And you watch as a gnome stands up on his chair and up on the councilate table and points a finger at you and says, "State your name and where you come from."
Caliber, and I came from that hallway over there.
Let me be more specific. The country you come from.
Oh, Dorianis. Should have just said that, man.
Dorianis. Ah, okay. The last of the ones that we need. And they he looks at you and he is like, "My name is Horden Mish. I am a gnome paladin of Zeldris and a member of the council. I will be the one representing you on the council. If you have any questions, you may ask them now or come to me whenever you need them. Or you may go to your quarters or explore the city if you haven't already. There is a gathering for dinner where you will meet the rest of your party members. And I shall give you this," where he hops down and scurries over to you and reaches up, handing you the talisman. And he says, "Please protect this with your life. Anybody who wants to be on this trial that cannot will be trying to take it from you."
I immediately bite the coin to see if it's real.
It is real.
I'm like trying to peel off the wrapper because I know it's chocolate. You can't fool me.
He looks at you and he says, "Sir, that is a platinum coin."
Yeah, sure, buddy. Anyway, are you in love with the name Zorm? Can I like nickname that?
My name is Horden.
Horden Zorm?
No, Horden Mish.
Well, where did I get Zorm?
I'm a paladin of Zeldris.
That's not what I said.
Maybe you mixed my first name and my god.
Well, I'm gonna go explore the city, Zorm. I'll catch you later.
Okay. Don't forget about the gathering where you may meet your fellow party members. And he kind of scurries back up to his seat.
Is there any open windows I can jump out of?
Yes.
Then I jump out of an open window.
Give me an acrobatics check.
You got it. I'm pretty good at acrobatics. 18, baby.
Oh, you do this effortlessly. You hear the entire council gasp. And you see Horden run to the window and look over it like, "Oh my god," as you land. And just walk off.
Well, I am part ghost. I do kind of like flutter a bit.
Where would you like to go?
I want to find like the seediest rundown bar to perform.
Oh, that's the morgue.
Oh, here we go to the morgue.
The grossest, seediest bar in the town is called the morgue, and is probably the grossest, seediest place in the entire city. Yeah.
Smells like home.
Yeah, you get to the morgue. You give me a perception check.
Gotta like find these things. 8 again, but with confidence more.
8. Yeah, it's dark, dingy, gross. It smells like piss. Like there's a lot of like people who don't seem like they fit in, or people who are trying to be hardcore that are here. The one thing you do notice, the bar is run by a reborn like you, also.
All right. I'm just gonna go up to the bartender. and say, "Hey, is it cool if I just go up on the stage and perform?" All right, thanks.
I mean, hey, we don't got a
I'm already
bard.
doing it.
You can go up there and perform. I don't know if anybody's gonna like it. Yeah, give me a performance check.
Yeah, I get up on stage. I summon my ghostly bass guitar. You said performance?
Yep.
You fool. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 or a natural 20?
Unnatural.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are rocking it. Are you playing a song that you've learned, or is it an original of Caliver's?
Definitely. Definitely an original. I don't think well, yeah, I don't think I play anything but my own stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you see, as you start playing, at first nobody's really paying attention, but as you're going and getting deeper into the song, people are actually like turning, listening, like raising their beers, cheering for you. Towards the end of your performance, give me roll a d4 for me.
Right, who's ready to fucking die? People.
Where's Orb?
4.
4. You made 400 gold off of that performance. You
Okay,
may
yeah.
add that to your
I didn't even come with the intention of making money.
add that to your gold.
I'll do that.
Yes.
Oh, I'll do that right here.
So I take it Caliver's gonna continue performing there if you made money from it.
I'm going to continue performing until I incite a riot in the bar.
Yeah, that they're all too drunk. They don't give a fuck. So we will cut to our gathering. As you guys come to the what is it? It's like a party room. There's another word for it, I can't think of it, but it's the party room of the tower. Or banquet hall. There we go. Everybody give me a perception check.
Is this in sunlight?
No, it is nighttime.
Okay.
I love that you keep asking.
I need to.
Because he's the kobold, so they have sunlight
I have
sensitivity.
disadvantage in sunlight.
Oh, that's a 9. Okay, I got 11.
Curse the
11.
sun.
Okay.
11. That's 2 number ones.
I have
That's 'cause I'm the
21.
21.
Opalin
A
got the confident 8 this time.
Okay.
best. Nice, confident 8.
A 12.
Kybalia with an 18.
18, and then what did Noctley get?
A 12.
A 12. Okay. We will start with that hot, fresh 21. Rainer, as you walk in, you notice there is a lot more people than just guards and the council. You see kids running around, you see other people. But one thing that strikes you is somebody you haven't seen before. You see about a 6'5" dragonborn standing off to the side in a cloak with like a lyre, and he's just strumming it as he's like sitting there watching everybody. And you watch as a council member comes up to talk to him. And you have who was the one that it was Dunvali that talked to you. Dunvali walks up to you and he's like, Rainer, welcome. I take it you enjoyed your time for the rest of the day.
Yes, it was very relaxing.
You reign from Larian, correct?
That is correct.
I will say, I'm honestly surprised that the goddess chose a kobold. I'm not against it. I just have never met many of your people.
It might be a sign that the gods are looking to change things up a little bit.
Well, the goddess herself does enjoy change, being the goddess of life and nature and earth. So it makes quite a bit of sense. I did not get a chance to tell you this, but I am the one that is going to be your contact for the council. So if you have any questions about anything, you can ask me. And if you need help with anything, you can contact me while you are in the city, and I will help you.
What's this guy's name again?
His name is Dunvali Grinnell, and he is a high priest of Nuna.
Man, my guy's name is Zorm.
His name is Horden.
Priest of Nuna. Okay.
Good old Zorm.
I think we can make that a midpoint for our party. The search for Zorm.
Yeah, so he like looks at you and he's like, if you don't have any questions, please enjoy the food. We've had chefs from all the countries come and make cuisine of their peoples. So you should find some things of your liking. Hopefully, if you don't, let me know and I can change that for the next time.
Thank you. I'm sure that it will be wonderful.
Yes, it is a rather interesting crew we are putting together for this awakening. But I have some people that I must talk to. Come find me if you have any questions. But enjoy yourself. And he walks off. What does Rainer do?
Okay, so right now we're in like a party banquet kind of thing, and everyone's having a good time, right? And just
Yes.
mingling.
Mhm.
Do I see that the dwarven high priest that didn't like me?
Yes, you do see Valek Cairn.
Okay, is he speaking to anyone I would recognize?
He's the one speaking to the Dragonborn.
To the Dragonborn. Okay. I think I'm just going to try and eat a little bit and try and get a lay of the land kind of thing. More
Okay.
observational.
Yeah, awesome. So while you're doing that, I will jump over to our 18, Kai. Kai with the 18, you notice the Dragonborn also with the dwarf talking to him. You, what would Kai be looking out for?
Well, he remembers that that the little girl he met said that her father was a councilman, so he might be looking out for her,
Mhm.
and also just kind of also doing more of a like scope of what the room looks like how many levels are this? Like, is there room to like go find a quiet spot up in the rafters, or is there music going on? Like, what the vibe of the whole room is?
There is music. It's their 20-foot vaulted ceilings. So getting to the rafters would be kind of hard. There is you do clock Dunvali, who is talking to Rainer, who looks just like Lily's older brother.
Okay.
But older. But you do not see his kids here. You don't see Lily or her brother here. You do, however, Zavite walks up to you. And with your 18, give me an Arcana check.
That's a hot and fresh 9.
9. Yeah, you thought for a second he looked familiar, but it just he just looks like a lot of people from Valoiri. He is from Valoiri. So uh he smiles and he's like, Kaivalia, it is so nice to see that you actually came. I was afraid that you didn't want to be seen. You seem like that kind. Well, being that you are the marked one from a young age, you had to hide. So I understand not wanting to be seen. But
Yeah, it's better to hide out than to end up telling the truth and regretting it.
I agree. You did the right thing as a chosen one. As you can see, there are tables upon tables of food. Enjoy yourself. There's music. You can find your other party members. He points out uh, Rainer and Noctily to you, and is like, and the Dragonborn is like, those three are your party members. Um, the small kobold over there, his name is Rainer. The tall young woman, her name is Noctly, and the Dragonborn, his name is Raskax. Um, feel free to introduce yourself, get to know them, or just wait until the morning to do that and enjoy your food, enjoy your night. But I have an important meeting to get to, so I will not be here the rest of the night. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And he kind of like sits there waiting for you to ask a question if you have one before he leaves.
I say thank you. Um, I appreciate all of your offerings, and I do take them to heart.
And he's like, well, my offerings are true, and you know where to find me if you have questions. And he kind of like speeds off and leaves you to do your thing with the party.
Perfect. I'm gonna go shove food in my face
Cool.
and check out the dance floor.
Awesome. Yeah, it's they have like all of the delicacies from Valoiri, like the stuff that like you never got to try because like it was super expensive.
Hmm.
So like you get to try like the delicacies. They also have like a lot of street food. That like is sold on the streets and cities in Valoiri. It's like this dinner is like a very cultural dinner, so like they like including like delicacies, but also like the stuff you can get every day.
Cavalia is going to load his plate up with all of this street vendor food and keep away. Not necessarily keep away, but he's going to just not have any of the delicacies because what he loves is what's on the streets.
Awesome. Yeah, so as you are stuffing your gullet, we are going to jump over to, was it Caliver or Noctly who had the next highest one?
I had the 11.
The 11?
I had 12.
Ah, darn.
Okay, so Noctly, as you walk in, you are you once again are thrown by the amount of people that are in here. So you're like trying to take it in slowly. You do notice you are able to notice the Dragonborn standing over talking to the dwarf. But as you are like kind of like gazing around, like looking, possibly looking a little lost, Grazila walks up, and she is like, Noctly, I'm so glad you made it. I hope you were able to explore like you wanted to.
Yes, I definitely explored just like I wanted to.
That is good. Did
You,
you get a chance to go to the Valley Festival?
I did, but I think I forgot to find those Vila pups. And you promised me there would be here.
They are here. Trust me, they are over on the dessert table. Um,
Huh.
and she kind of chuckles and she's like, uh, but the rest of your party members are also here if you'd like to meet them. There is, she points out Rainer, who she's like, that little kobold, his name is Rainer. He is one of your party members. Points out Caliver, And she's like, that ghostly man over there is an interesting one. His name is Caliver. He is one of your party members. Then there is Raskax, pointing to the Dragonborn, and she kind of like just naturally glazes over Kai, just not like in a rude way, just like forgetting like that's one of the party members, and points out Opalyn and is like, that is Opalyn. She is your party member from the country of Morganthi. Um, Now, like I said earlier, if you have any questions, you may ask me. Um, I um I don't have any meetings to get to. I'm about to go get a drink at the bar. But you may enjoy food, dance, do what you please at the party, have fun, get to know your party members. I will be around if you need to find me.
Yes, definitely. Is the small talk required?
I mean, you can wait till tomorrow when the trials begin.
No, no, I told myself that I would get to know them. This is gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, small talk is horrible, but unfortunately, you have to get to know the people if you're going to be working with them.
Yes, that's what the council always said.
Ugh, this is true. But yes, I am going to go get that drink. Enjoy yourself. I am here if you need me. And
Who's
she kind of just walks towards the bar.
who's is Razkak, you said?
Razkax is the Dragonborn.
I think since Razkak kind of looks like the soldiers that she trained with, she would go and introduce herself.
Cool. Yeah, you walk up to Razkax. You see he is a 6'5" dragonborn. He's strumming a little lyre, and as you walk up to him, he goes, "Well, well, well, a pretty lady walking up to me. What are you doing tonight?"
Oh God. Knock turns around and goes to Rainer instead.
Oh, come on! I was just okay. And he goes back to strumming his lyre, and you walk up to Rainer.
Hello, I'm Knock. I believe my one of the council members pointed you out as another one of the tributes for the awakening.
Nikki.
Rainer, are you there?
Yes, sorry. For whatever reason, my mic decided to cut out.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yes, hello. Yes, I am a tribute. I'm the tribute from Larianne.
Yes. Well, my first piece of advice is avoid that Razkak guy. He already has bad vibes.
Really?
Yeah,
Is
he
he not
called
one
me
of
a.
another of our party members?
I fear he may be.
Could both of you give me a perception check really quick?
Sure. Still nighttime,
That's a
right?
9. I am just very overwhelmed tonight.
What was yours, Nikki?
14.
14. You hear him like strumming on the lyre like it's a guitar, and he's like, a pretty lady walked away from me, and I'm sad. And then you kind of just hear someone going, "Ugh." And like he's just like standing there, but you're the only one that hears this besides the person that like was right next to him. So
I turn
he's like
turn
in
back
his
to Nockley.
emotions.
I turn back to Nockley. I'm like, he's even terrible on that lyre as well.
Well, at least we shouldn't. Oh, well, we can use him as a meat shield.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Although him being, I assume he would be a bard of some kind, right?
Yeah, well, you would assume that with the lyre, but with the singing, I beg to differ.
That's true. I don't think magic would move with that type of song.
No, not at all.
Yeah, they would lie still, as I wish I was deaf right now.
Yeah, uh, Rainer, you can still hear him strumming. He is like actually like taking his nails and like ping the strings instead of like strumming them nicely. This man does not know how to play his lyre.
A trickle of blood
Yeah.
comes out of my ears.
Yeah, so as you two are talking, get to know each other, I am going to go over to Mr. Caliver. As you walk in, it is a room full of people. You're used to that, you know, a bard who performs in bars. Um, you are able to pick out your council member. You don't necessarily notice the horrible bard of a dragonborn over on the side. Unfortunately, the DC to notice him was a 12, but
I'm
uh,
okay with that. I'll live.
but your council member, Horden, does walk over to you and is like, "Ah, I'm glad you actually made it. Um, as you can see, we have a ginormous menu of foods from all the countries. You are more than welcome to enjoy yourself to your fill. We have drinks, we have desserts, we have music that you are welcome to dance. Your party members are, and he points out Rainer Noctley. He actually catches Kai and points him out, points Opalin out, and then points out Raskax. And he's like, as you can see, it is a very odd mixture of a group, but I'm sure you all will find a way to work well together.
Thanks. And I remembered your name.
And what is it?
That's not important.
Um, well, it's Horden, in case you remembered the wrong name. I am going to go talk to some of my colleagues. If you have any questions, you can ask me at any point. You can find me and ask a question. But yes, feel free to get to know your party members, enjoy food, dance. It is a night of celebration.
Oh, cool. What are we celebrating?
The grand, the Great Awakening, the trials that you will be going on.
I'm pretty sure I'm already awake, dude.
No, oh. You see, he kind of like grips the bridge of his nose, and he's like, "No, the Great Awakening is the name of the trials because you are all working towards godhood, like awakening, like moving up into godhood." Maybe
feel
we
like
maybe we should have named it the Great Apotheosis.
Whoa, okay, that's a really big word too, and I know what it means. So don't ask any follow-ups.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go mingle, I guess.
Okay, enjoy your
I want to
night. You
sing.
know where to
Yeah,
find me.
thanks.
And who would you like to find?
I'm going to first scoop up some hors d'oeuvres.
Cool.
Probably eat a few as they pass through my ghostly body.
Awesome.
Just fall onto the floor. I don't know. Maybe I shall go meet Opalyn.
Opalyn, awesome. You
I think she'd be the most eye-catching.
yeah. Oh, she's like Opalyn, I feel, and Opalyn, you can correct me if I'm wrong with this. I feel Opalyn is like the type to like be in a ball gown right now and like be flashy and be like eyes on me. Just because of the family she grew up in and her like her background where she lives. They are a very flashy society. So yeah, you actually like catch her like stand like probably about to go up and get some food or like standing at her table. And what do you say to your lovely team member?
Where did Horton point out my team members to me so that I know that these are my team members, or
Yeah, he pointed out all of them.
okay. So, hi, that guy whose name I remembered told me we're on the same team for this event. Do you want an hors d'oeuvre? Hors d'oeuvre.
Opalyn is just going to look at this man who just so boldly walked up to her and started speaking
Yes,
as if she was someone he could just talk to.
I do look like I just crawled out of a trash can.
She looks mildly disgusted. Excuse you? Who are you? Why are you speaking to me?
My name is you can call me Cal. As I just said, we are in the same party according to that guy. Don't ask any follow-up questions about his name. I remember what it is. And just I want to get to know the party.
Uh, you're you?
Yes,
Uh,
and you on the same team. We're already friends.
Daddy said nothing about me working with people. This is not what I signed up for.
That's kind of kinky.
Ew?
Yeah, you talk to your daddy.
Ew?
Look, we're like opposites. You know that thing they always say about opposites? They repulse. No, wait. Something else.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go over here. And she just slowly starts walking in another direction.
I get it. We're going on a field trip, new best friend.
Where is Opalyn walking to?
She doesn't know.
Well, Caliver is following you. As you're walking, give me a perception check while you're walking, both of you.
I always confuse perception. 7.
7, okay.
Not as confident as an 8. We'll get there.
20
Whoa.
23.
23. Opalyn, you as you're walking, you aren't walking specifically like towards this person, but you hear, "Oh yeah, number 2, pretty lady coming my way," and he starts like really badly playing the lyre as you're accidentally walking towards Raskax.
Why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
What did I do to deserve this?
He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about, pretty lady. I haven't done nothing yet.
Ew.
Would you like a song?"
New best friend, I'm getting some creepy vibes off this guy.
I'm the best bard in my town back home.
Oh dear God.
Oh, so you're pretty good?
Yeah, and he starts like strumming the lyre like it's a guitar. And he's like, so many pretty ladies here.
Well,
I think that's
it's a
how you
good
play
thing
that.
I'm already dead. Because I want to die.
He's just like, what? No, that was good. That was actually a ninth. Despite how horrible he is, that was his best performance. Because that was a 24 performance check for him.
Pretty sad.
But it was still so horrible. he's looking at you, Keller. He's like, "Bro, are you with the pretty lady?"
Yeah,
Look-
we're best friends.
Oh, okay. She's your lady. Okay, I
No,
can't
no,
do
no, no, no.
that.
No, no, no. I don't dare to impose. We're just best friends.
Oh, so like you're giving like the friends okay for me to like flirt with the pretty lady?
Opalyn
That's
is
awesome,
walking
Howard.
away while they're talking. Ew, 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 ew.
Well,
But wait up, new best friend. It was not nice meeting.
yeah, I get that a lot. He goes to get a drink. Opalyn, give me a D6 roll.
Six.
A 6. As you're walking away, you actually like run into Kai, who has a plate full of food, and like slap it up into his shirt.
Hey, what the heck?
Oh, oh, sorry. I didn't see it. Ew, ew. Sorry, I didn't see.
You both are covered with gillweed rat eggs. That are served raw.
Saucy.
So you have egg yolk
This
and
is
egg
like my
whites all over
sixth
you.
most expensive dress.
Kaivalia takes a piece of his like extra large shirt and rips it off and tries to like wipe down her dress.
What would that? Give me. I'll say for this. I'll say give me a. Give. Let's do medicine. Give me a medicine check for that. See how well you do.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, spick and span, like it was never on there.
There. Is that better?
I think Opalyn is just mortified with everything that's happened to her within the last 5 minutes that she kind of can't even process what the hell just happened.
I still just covered. Like he doesn't bother to clean himself up because he's already dirty. You want some eggs?
Who are you? Do
I'm
you work here?
Kaivalia. No, I don't. I don't work here. I'm one of the people here that were brought here to compete for godhood. So I think we're maybe working together. But
Opalyn looks
but
back and forth between him and the ghost. And like it's kind of starting to dawn on her why her father didn't want her to compete.
It's so crazy. We're all wearing the same thing.
Yeah,
I also have spilled food on my shirt.
have you as you three are like standing there talking, one Grazilla had gone and grabbed like Noctly and Rainer and brought them over to you guys, and is like, thank God the three of you are together. I am a little. I had a couple drinks, but I wanted you three to meet the other two of your party. I see all of you have met that wretched bard. So
yeah, you
I
can call him that.
will not be bringing him over here. Unfortunately, you have to work with him. He
I
was
refuse.
chosen.
What if he went missing?
Dies.
Um, uh, if he dies, there is a chance that the coin could choose someone else as a champion. So
If I have to work with him, I will call my daddy, and you do not want me calling my daddy.
you see Grazilla looks at you and is like, little girl,
Whoa.
your father has no control over the trial. I'm surprised he even let you out of the house, according to your aunt. So I suggest you watch your place. And then she goes back to like being how she was, and she's like, "Yes, so if he dies, that would be horrible. But
Right.
unfortunately, if I cannot say when, that would be me wanting something that I shouldn't want. If he dies, that would be horrible. But the coin can always choose another person.
What he was chosen? That was chosen?
What's the coin?
The coin that you were all handed as a necklace. Like if any of you die, the
Oh, yeah, I
coin
do.
can choose
So
choose
told
another
us-
person.
You also told us to hold on to it. Does something happen if it leaves our possession?
You
Yes,
are no
temporary
longer a
effect.
champion.
Oh.
Hmm.
When I asked that earlier, it sounded a little more menacing than that. That's a little less concerning.
It's a good thing I still have mine.
Well, to some people, losing the chance at a godhood is really concerning. But, I mean, I'm not a part of the trial, so if you want to lose your coin and not be a part of the trial, that is up to you. But you would also have to be careful on who the coin might choose.
Is the coin sentient?
They're talismans. Well, we don't know.
Okay. All right, that's comforting.
They were given to us by the gods. With little explanation, and they kind of burned when the right person was in the council room.
The coins burned, as in they got hot, or as in they catch on fire?
As they got hot.
Okay.
So
Still a fire hazard.
Very much so.
yes, but they will not be hot when you have them or are wearing them.
Oh, I thought we could maybe use them to light our bonfires. That would have been very helpful.
I mean, if it's in our
Well, I
presence,
mean,
so long as we just throw them, maybe they will get hot again.
We do
Maybe if
not
they hit them against each other.
we do not
Oh, like spark
know
rocks.
what the coins can and cannot do. It is your prerogative to find that out.
Let's put them all together.
But
Are you saying we combine the coins?
Yes.
The
here,
Voltron situation.
but you are all together. I will be going back to the party, chit chat, get to know each other, or walk away from each other. For all I care, you'll be working together on the trial because this cannot be done by one person. It has to be done by a party, as they are creating a pantheon for you, and a pantheon cannot be one person. So enjoy your night. I will be going. Goodbye. And she walks away to go get another drink.
Well, hello, other people. I am Rainer. It's nice to meet you all.
Hi,
I am
Rainer.
Noctilus.
I'm Kaivalia.
Nice to meet you, Kaivalia.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Caliver. You guys can just call me Cal. And this is my new best friend who hasn't introduced herself.
Oh, you two knew each other from before.
Yes. Longtime friends.
No.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Opalyn is standing there and she's kind of trembling because she's just been yelled at by a woman she doesn't know. How dare she? And she's been traumatized within the last 30 minutes.
Rainer's gonna say, "Oh, it looks like your friend might be a little overwhelmed. Make sure
No,
to
she's just
stay
cold.
with them." So, if I could just ask you all a question. We are all in agreement that we'd rather not be partied with the liar player over there, correct?
I will sooner kill him myself than work with him.
We're cool, right?
I mean, I have no complaints. Do any of you play music?
I do.
Oh, you want to give us a little demonstration? Clear my
Oh.
ears, palate cleanse, you know.
I don't know. I didn't bring my guitar. Oh wait! Boom!
Give me a performance check.
17.
Cool.
Modest.
Awesome. Yeah, so you whip out, quote unquote, your guitar.
Well, it's a bass.
Well, your bass guitar, and you start playing. Um, you notice people looking at you, but it's like your music's not loud enough to cover up the rest of the music. It is only enough for everybody else to hear. But our friend Raskax comes up and starts playing along with you.
Oh lord. Hang on, can I hurt him in some way with my music?
And he's just like, "Oh yeah, dude, we're serenading the pretty ladies."
I immediately stop and throw up. Even though I don't actually have any contents of my stomach.
He's like, "Oh, I didn't know ghosts could throw up.
Me either.
That's not cool to do in front of ladies, man.
I didn't know bards couldn't be charming.
I am very charming.
To who? Rats?
I mean, there's a lot of rat folks in my town, but like,
Wait, is that why they call you Ratcax?
no, it's Razcax.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Ratcax.
No, rat. It's an S.
Oh no, that's even worse.
It's
Maybe
Raskax.
would have been cool.
Derek, can I ask, while they're going back and forth in this discussion, can I try to see if I can take his medallion off him?
Yeah, give me a perception check to see if you see it.
Okay. There's still no sunlight, right?
I hope he lost it.
Yeah, no sunlight.
Yay!
What happens if there's sunlight? I gotta know.
I get disadvantage.
Oh, on everything?
Perception.
On perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just because my eyes are not the best.
Oh.
18, 15 plus 3.
It is not anywhere you can see on him.
Okay. Just checking.
He's like, I'm very charming, and not just because there's rat folk everywhere in my town, but like, I'm like
Oh, what is
famous in Farius.
I did not say rat folk. I said rats.
Rat folk are rats too.
Whoa, that's kinda... I mean, that's touching on a subject.
Rats are just
You
like
think I'm a fish?
rats are
Yeah,
just like
I mean-
unawakened rat folk.
You think I'm just an amalgamation of ectoplasm?
Yeah, that's what ghosts are, right?
Words hurt.
Well, it's very cool. Like, you came back from the dead. Like, not a lot of people get to do that.
He's right, actually, about that.
You know, like, you did something very cool. Like, but you are like an amalgamation of ectoplasm.
Doesn't make it okay, man.
It's rude to assume.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm also sorry that I get nervous when there's pretty ladies, so like, I'm a little nervous.
You just keep opening your mouth.
Well, that's how I have to talk.
Yeah, but what if you didn't?
I wouldn't talk.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sometimes
that's an idea.
saying less is more.
Yeah, like that commercial.
He is just like, wow. Okay. Does anybody want any food? I'm gonna go get some food. And he starts walking away towards the food. Welcome to Queers and Spears, where we bully bad bard dragonborns.
Oh, we're bullying him, or he's bullying us.
He came to the conversation uninvited.
And he called Opalin a fish. So.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
He did.
He deserves
He's
it.
gotta go.
But
As
yeah,
he walks away, Opalyn like takes a breath, kind of calms herself, maybe like touches her hair, like fix it a little. Huh. Now that that's over, I am Opalyn Aquanath of Aquana. I'm a princess. It is nice to meet all of you.
It is
Wait,
nice
what?
to meet you too.
um, I,
Opalyn.
I sense a little disdain in that nice. Give me a deception check on that nice.
$13.
13. It's enough to squeeze it out and sound real. Unless anybody would like to insight check it.
I feel like that'd be a passive insight check.
True, yeah, you could passive insight that.
Well, no, that's just whatever your passive insight is.
Yeah.
Mine's 11, so I don't beat
Mine is 13. It matches. Does
Oh,
that mean
so
something?
you would get it. Meat beats.
Mine is 15.
We understand.
Y'all know that she is trying so hard.
I don't.
Besides Caliver.
Yes.
Caliver still thinks he is.
Caliver's like, this is my Caliver's like, this is my best friend. This is my best friend, and she thinks it's nice to meet me.
While the rest of us see like a dialogue box with subtext underneath it.
I'm having a pretty good day.
Yeah, so as the night goes on, you guys mingle, get to know each other a little bit. Probably bully Raskax a little bit more.
Whoa, we don't go out of our way to bully people.
Well, he comes over to you guys, keep trying, and like it,
Well, then
he's initiating it, but it's still bullying. It's okay. I'm allowing it. I want it.
Whoa.
This character was made to be bullied.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He's probably taken a lot of psychic damage from this.
Oh my god.
Kyvalia will probably like purposely turn his back towards him whenever he starts speaking, just like purposely
When-
exclude him.
When everything is done, I will literally show you guys this guy's character sheet because it's horrible. Yet great at the same
Is
time.
he wearing a red flag like a cape?
Yes,
Because I'm pretty sure he's wearing a red flag like
he
a cape.
is wearing a red cape.
He is a walking, talking red flag.
He's
He
literally.
has it on his back.
It's literally, if you look at him, red, white, and blue are the colors scheme of him.
Oh, gross.
He's a blue dragonborn with a red cape and white robes. But yeah, so that we're the gathering wraps up. It's about an hour too long. No, it's like 4 hours long actually. I lied. You all go back to your quarters. Sleep for the night if you need to.
Mine is the only one that's like separated out. That like the other ones go down different hallways, or are we all separated out?
So Noctli and Opalyn go the same way. Caliver and Raynor, you go the same way, and Kyvalia is the only one that is like a separate way.
Okay.
You all go back to, oh, actually no, Kyvalia and Raskax are the same way. I keep forgetting Raskax is a part of your party.
Oh, the fun guy.
Great.
So he's like talking your ear off while like you're walking there.
Quick, try to stealth.
I wanna
As
pretend that my hearing did not
Not
record.
listening whatsoever.
You guys sleep for the night and wake up in the morning to trumpets being blown, and it is the start of the trial. You all are expected down in the courtyard with your traveling gear to set off on this adventure, and you are out in the courtyard, and the council is standing there with you, and they are briefing you on the task list that you have to do while doing this trial and handling anything that you need to handle. Grazila walks forward and is like, "Good morning, our champions. The council has been given a checklist from the gods that you all will need to finish in order to finish your awakening once you are done with this trial. And it consists of visiting each country, the capital. You may have to get a stamp from the capital of the country, but just spreading yourselves around so everybody knows who you are, and earning the well wishes of the countries. Some of you may have different experiences and explore different ways and grow and change. Some of you may stay the same. Who knows? And she's kind of like showing the six of you, like, with her eyes, that she's like saying that about Razcax, that she doesn't think he's gonna change. And she's just like, here, and the Lance, the liaison that was helping Noctly, like, runs up with like a stack of like 6 pieces of paper and hands each one of you one of them, and it's the checklist and like stamp locations for like the capitals and like the checklist of like something that you need to do in each country. As you all are standing there, give me a perception check.
I'm guessing it's sunlight.
In sunlight. I'm sorry. It's daytime, my good sir.
Hey.
Oh.
Was one of them a nat 20?
I have a nat 1.
Oh!
The sun is too bright.
Oh.
Opalyn got a 16.
16, okay.
I need to get some shades or something.
Knock got a 10.
10, okay.
Kaibalia got a 13.
13,
I got an 18.
18. Cool. You all passed except for Nikki. Except for Rainer. So as you guys are sitting there, a white cat walks up. They have one blue eye, one green eye. And they sit in front of you, right in front of Grazila, and she says, "Hello. My name is Moscavorn. I am going to lead you to a uh, a, a group of vendors that will be able to help you on your travels. One of them has, well, all of them have shops in every city. They teleport between them with teleportation circles. So if you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to meet Freddy, our blacksmith." And she starts pitter-pattering down the drive.
Are we supposed to follow?
Yeah, she said to follow her.
Then,
I see nothing.
I
Someone may
will
have
be-
to pull Nikki.
I will be your seeing eye ghost.
Thank you.
And I will share a I'm gonna share a picture in our chat of what Moscow looks like.
Could you just pull it up on the OBS?
Oh, actually, I can. Yes, I can. Thank you. I will.
Moscow.
It's Mosca.
Moscow. My bad.
Yeah, Moscavorn. This is Moscavorn.
Ah, okay.
And she is pitter-pattering down the drive to show you the way.
Freddy.
To Freddy, yes. And you all follow her, and it's about a 10-minute walk. the guild of shop owners that she was talking about um are like towards the gate of the city. Um so like she takes you down like the main road. Um and you walk up and it is um a blacksmith's shop. And if everybody could once again give me a perception check
In the sun.
in the sun.
Kaibalia is a 19.
19.
Hey, twins.
All right, Rainer got 14 this time.
Awesome. 14, 19, 19,
25.
25. Oh, Jesus.
It was a 19 plus 6.
Oh damn.
Oh damn.
13.
13. Okay, you all passed. Cool. You walk up and Mosca hops up on the counter and there's a bell on the counter and she kind of like dings it a couple times, like very cat like, but like sits down and is like, Freddy, I have the champions here to meet you. And you hear ding ding. Uh, oh, I'll be right out, Mosca. And as you all are standing there in the lobby of the black smithing shop, um, Freddy walks out, and in front of you stands a 6 foot tall, muscular orc woman with long red curls tied back in a ponytail and a splotch of like vitiligo over her eyes. And she looks at you with like in like a power stance, and she's like, "Nice to meet you. I'm hold on, let me. I need to. My name is. I have the wrong tab open. My name is Winifred Gallows, but you can call me Freddy. I'm a blacksmith. Any armor, weapons you need fixed, you can get here or any of my shops in the main cities of the country. What might I call all of you?
Pleasure to meet you, Freddy. My name is Rainer.
Rainer. All right. First time I'm seeing a kobold in my store, but you know, gotta meet every kind of person. How about you? And she points to Opalin.
Right, people actually talk to me here. Uh, Hello, I am Opalin Aquanath of Aquanath. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Hmm. Morganthe people. That is fine. Nice to meet you too. Um, she's like looking at the rest of the three of you, like, do I need to call on you like a teacher in school?
Are you? Did you just like dunk on my best friend or something? Was I not paying attention?
No, I did not dunk on anybody.
Well, my name is Jim.
Okay, Jim.
There you go.
I'm Kaibalia.
A young, hmm. You see, she's kind of like looking over you, and she's like, I can't exactly tell where you're from, but it's nice to have you in my shop. And
And he just kind of like takes a step back. He's just kind of like observing.
Well, I guess I'll introduce myself. Noctali bows and she says, I am Noctali. I hail from Sagirn. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Well, the pleasure's all mine. No need to bow to me. I ain't royalty. Um, I
No, but you are
appreciate
a
the
craftsman.
respect. Ah, yes, some say I wouldn't be anywhere without Mallory in on my team. Speaking of which, let me give me 1 second. You see, she peeks back and she yells in the back, "Mallory, come out! There are champions for us to meet." And like, you don't need to roll like insight. The champions is very sarcastic. Like, she just thinks it's stupid to call you guys champions because like you haven't won anything yet. And
You know of.
That's what she thinks.
out of the back comes a dwarf woman, fully bearded, and haired chest with scratches on her cheeks, with long curly brown hair. That is up in a bun, and she smiles and she kind of like steps up on the step she has behind the uh, desk and is like, "Hi, I'm Mallory Quinks. I am the blacksmith apprentice here. Um, I missed the introduction, so if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves again."
Sure. Again, I am Rainer. I am a kobold, and it's nice to be in your shop.
Oh, yeah. Uh, I I have a couple kobold friends. I'm from Larian. Sorry for the way that my people treat you. Um, but it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, and thank you for your words.
I'm Kaivalia.
Oh, I think I saw you at the gathering last night. Um, you were talking to Zavite, right?
That's correct, yes.
Uh, he he's a nice guy. He actually helped me get my oath with Kaisis. So if you ever have questions about Kaisis, he's very knowledgeable.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
And she kind of points. She points out Noctly, and she's like, "I you're adorned with a lot of metal. Are you a craftsman back at home?"
Oh no, these are all given to me. But I do appreciate any form of textile.
Oh, yeah. I you know I started out as like a leather worker, but like it was boring, and I kind of liked hitting things sometimes. So like I decided, Freddy's really nice. Let me work with them, and here I
How long
am.
have you been in how long have you been working as an apprentice here?
10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Freddy like really wants to make sure that I like have a mastery, which I really appreciate. I would rather not go out and not be a master and be making things for people and people get hurt. So,
Well, that definitely makes sense. I am Knock, by the way.
oh, nice to meet you. And uh, are are you are you, are you a ghost? She says as she like squints at Caliver a little bit.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Then yes.
Oh, never met a ghost before. What's your name?
Cow.
Hal?
Cow with a
Cal?
C-A-L.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. And you, wow, you have, is your hair naturally that green?
No.
No, I'm not you. She like kind of, she looks over at Opal and she's like, "I'm talking to you. I just, here's a really like really pretty green color. Is it natural or do you like?"
Everything about me is natural. Thank you.
Oh, that's really
And
pretty.
I'm Opalyn Aquanath of Aquana. It's lovely to meet you.
Oh, you're the one that won the competition.
Indeed, I am.
Didn't you? That must have been fun. I think every country should have a competition to have their person chosen. But each country does it differently. Larian just sends people until they're picked. But yeah, if you guys need anything, you can let us know. I don't really travel to the different cities. That's really Freddie's job. But if you're ever here and need something, you can always come by and ask me. I'm sure you guys have plenty of other people to meet and places to be. So I'm gonna get back to work. It was nice meeting all you guys. And she kind of like hops down and goes back to the back of the blacksmithing place. And Mosca looks at you guys and goes, I have just gotten word that our other shop owner is not to be found anywhere. So that ends the tour of the shops. I shall lead you all to the gate so that you may go start your adventure. And she hops down off the counter and she turns back. She goes, "It was nice seeing you again, Winifred. I will. I guess I'll wait till I bring the next crew around, whenever that is, 100 years from now or whatever. But let me lead these younglings to the gate." And she starts to exit the shop, beckoning you guys to follow her.
Were we given an actual like physical list to
Mhm.
get done? We were. Okay.
Yes.
Can I inspect what that says? on the
Yeah,
list?
give me an investigation check.
Sure.
There is sunlight, so. Oh no, it's only on
Investigation
perception.
is not affected by sunlight. So 16.
16. Yeah, so you see that there are like 14 like different checks to check off. And it starts, the first one is visit the capital of Farius, which is one of the neighboring countries to Sigord. All of them say visit the capital of a different country.
Just like the first couple ones.
So it's like they're paired per country.
Okay.
And they the second one changes for each country. So the first one for Farius is literally the second one for Farius is literally just survive.
Sorry, say again.
The second one for Farius, so it says visit capital of Farius, survive in all capitals.
Oh, okay.
All of you know that Farius is considered like people-wise the most dangerous country.
Right.
I like to believe in people. I think they're okay.
Yeah, it's just known as criminals' country, so it's considered one of the most dangerous places to live.
They just need a chance.
But yeah, Mosca leads you guys to the gate, and she sits down and she looks at you and goes, "Well, heroes or whatever you choose to be in the end, I wish you luck on the trials. I suggest Farius being the first place, being that it is the first on the list. I was also told by the council to say that, but you are all sentient beings and can choose to do whatever you please. So enjoy your awakening, and hopefully the Pantheon welcomes you. And that is where we will end our session. Yay!
Awesome.
Hey,
So everybody watching, we will be back next Friday at 9:30 p.m. EST, 6:30 p.m. PST. Thank you, my cast, for being here and creating these wonderful, completely all different characters that give us such a diverse cast. And we will be back next Friday for more adventuring, maybe some fighting, and maybe some more bullying of Raskax. Who knows? So
There's gonna be
That-
fighting.
That's gonna happen.
If Ratcax
We're gonna
is
bully
there,
him
we're
to the
gonna fight
ground.
If
Um,
we go to the Faker, the the dangerous capital first, I'm pretty sure we're gonna leave Raskax
well, Raskax is
Quote unquote leave.
there.
Raskax is
Not-
from
I heard the radio
Farius,
for us.
so
Not
I know,
kill
but
him and then blame it on just being in Far.
Why don't we try and reform him?
We'll just
maybe
convince him
who
to stay home.
knows?
we can try. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. I vote for reform or steal the thingy.
Yeah,
The
we'll
token.
we'll see what happens next session.
Yep.
Goodbye, y'all. See you next week. If you have any type, if you guys want to, ask questions, anything, Twitter. My Twitter is Deathlight TV. My Instagram is also Deathlight TV. But we do have a new Twitter, and we do have a new Instagram for Queers and Spears. It is Queers and Spears, and also a TikTok for Queers and Spears. If anything funny happens that you guys like, you can clip it and send it to me, or I will make clips, and we will post those on TikTok. So we will see you next week. Goodbye, and I love you all.